Cardano stablecoin ecosystem continues to grow with the announcement of a previously paused stablecoin beginning to resume development. Now, this stablecoin will not only be home to Cardano, it does aim to go multi-chain, bringing in millions of dollars in terms of liquidity. As a part of today's video, I want to break down the latest updates that we've just received about USDA. What's up, Beta Nation? Welcome to Dapp Central, your home for everything blockchain and crypto. As a part of today's video, we're talking about stablecoins. Now, we've already got 3 wonderful and thriving stablecoins in the Cardano ecosystem, but I want to talk to you guys about one that was slated to be released about a year ago. It was unfortunately paused, and we've now got some new wind that a brand new company is going to be spearheading the launch of it. And this is none other than USDA, developed by Ansons. Now I'm going to talk about where they actually left off about a year ago with an announcement surrounding them actually pausing the work when it comes to USDA. But I also want to highlight a brand new article that was just released earlier today, highlighting a brand new company taking over the development and the launch of USDA. And I also want to talk about just the general state of Cardano and stablecoins right now. As always, if it's your first time stopping by, make sure to smash that thumbs up on the way in. If you want more content like this, highlighting everything going on in Cardano, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me, then make sure to leave a comment down below. Now, stablecoins are an extremely touchy subject. There's been a lot of conversation regarding USDC, USDT, and just onboarding bigger and more stablecoin asset providers. That said, about a year ago, we heard from Emergo, right, which is one of the 3 founding entities of Cardano, including IOG, as well as the Cardano Foundation. And Emergo basically mentioned that they'll be launching or spearheading a brand new fiat-backed stablecoin, very similar to USDM from Moneta, right? However, theirs would be labeled USDA, and that would be deployed in conjunction with Ansons. Now, let's talk about exactly what happened following that bit of news there. And that was the fact that because of regulatory hurdles, if you guys just maybe aren't aware, we saw Binance getting sued, Coinbase getting sued, Kraken getting sued, a lot of US political leaders cracking down on crypto. That basically forced Anson's hand, or Emergo's hand, to pause all the development for this upcoming stable coin. So it reads here very briefly, and in light of the continued regulatory uncertainty around stablecoins in the United States, and after multiple discussions with our stakeholders in various dApps building within the Cardano ecosystem, we've made the difficult decision to pause the USDA stablecoin and Ansons launch at this particular time. Now, again, that was a big blow to the Cardano community, right? This was at a time where we only had JED, which has just launched, or which had just launched at that time. Since then, JED has matured, and I'm going to be talking about them here in just a moment. But I wanted to lay down the groundwork or the framework for USDA and exactly what has happened in times past. Now, we've heard from beneath one of the leaders now of the development of USDA mentioning that there's going to be more news coming out about the stablecoin. So earlier today, we've gotten just that, more news about USDA and Emergo, and the fact that they're now onboarding a brand new platform called Encryptus to actually spearhead the release of this brand new fiat-backed stablecoin. So it states here, Emergo is thrilled to announce that the launch of Ansons USDA will resume under the well-known crypto team, also known as Encryptus, with Emergo supporting as a technology provider. So Emergo will still be a part of this release. However, they're just going to be providing the technology, and it looks like Encryptus will actually be the product owner for USDA. Now, let's take a closer look here at what exactly Encryptus is. If I'm not mistaken, they're a fiat on and off ramp platform. They've actually already integrated with the Yoroi wallet. We'll talk a little bit more about that here in just a minute. But it states here that Encryptus makes crypto to fiat conversion simple and compliant. One thing that I appreciate about the platform Encryptus is the fact that they do have their VASP license, or their virtual asset service provider license, which basically allows for them to custody crypto, right? Which is basically holding crypto. They can also trade crypto, and they can also shift crypto to fiat and shift fiat to crypto. So again, it talks about serving diversified institutions. And in terms of assets that they actually support on the platform, we've got the dirham from the Middle East. We've got the US dollar and the euro, and you can convert that into BTC, Ethereum, Polygon, or USDC. And it looks like USDA will be one of those stablecoins. Now, for those of you that may be wondering whether USDA will be multi-chain compliant or will live on multiple blockchains. I do want to address that with some positive news here for you guys as well. So make sure to stay tuned. Now, pivoting back over, and of course, I'll leave the link to Encryptus down below. I do want to highlight the brand new article that was just released, highlighting the fact that Encryptus will be taking over the development. Now, one of the biggest things that we didn't see an answer to in this article here is the actual timeline for testnet as well as mainnet, which you guys will definitely know is one of the biggest things that we need when it comes to updates and articles like these. So I wish that they would have been able to provide more details around that. But as it stands right now, we've just got the news around the management shift, but not necessarily the mainnet launch. So it states here at the very beginning of the article, Emergo is thrilled to announce that the Anzen's USDA stablecoin will launch under the seasoned crypto team at Encryptus, with the Emergo team continuing to support the upcoming launch as a tech provider. Now, jumping down to the actual article here, I've got two minor paragraphs I want to highlight. Starting off by stating, founded in 2021, Encryptus empowers high-volume users with the ability to securely and efficiently trade or make crypto transactions. Now, they also offer large-scale payouts in crypto or in fiat. Encryptus's trading desk model removes intermediaries, offering competitive fees, and also allows for them to provide a seamless transaction experience with the option to convert to local currencies. That said, in addition to their experience, Encryptus is a compliance-centric crypto team with a European license, a VASP status in Lithuania, and the largest payout network spanning over 80 plus countries. In their industry leading off-ramp services ensure regulatory compliance and user confidence. With a strong background in large-scale efficient crypto transactions, Encryptus is also no stranger to Cardano. They've already partnered with Emergo, working with the Yoroi wallet team to integrate an off-ramp solution to allow ADA to be converted directly into fiat. So again, they've already worked with Emergo. And for anybody who missed this particular piece of news here, I'll leave the link to this particular article down below as well. But they've basically worked with the Euro wallet, one of the bigger wallets here in Cardano, to provide an option to swap your ADA directly into fiat without having to send that over to a centralized exchange, for example, like Coinbase or Binance. What it really sounds like to me that Encryptus is a OTC trading platform, right? So if you don't want to trade on the open market where you may have a huge price impact, right? If you're looking at institutions or whales making huge trades, you can basically contact the team at Encryptus and they can help you to make your large trade or your large swap without directly impacting the open market. Now, that said, when it comes to the actual wallet, or excuse me, the actual stablecoin, they do talk about the fact that they'll be providing some of their existing features directly into USDA. So it states that they look forward to exciting new features, such as the ability to have or to provide worldwide off-ramps seamlessly, right? Providing the ability to buy USDA against widely used currencies with that off-ramping capability in more than 80 countries. They'll also provide access to frontier markets, connecting emerging economies to developed ones by providing affordable liquidity. And then last but not least, they'll be simplifying the process to access to Web3, basically bridging the gap between TradFi and the Web3 networks. Now, again, there's no mention of an actual timeline as to when USDA will come online, but it's at least good to get reassurance that it is officially back on the drawing board with a new stablecoin here coming to Cardano. Now, they also do briefly mention the fact that Emergo will be dipping their toes into RWAs, or tokenized assets. And there's been already some partnerships and talks here with Nmaker, one of the biggest NFT minting platforms here in Cardano. So no surprise that not only will Emergo be working on this stablecoin, they're also dipping their toes or doubling down on real world asset adoption. Now, jumping over to the official Anzen's website, they did go ahead and refresh the web page, or the official look of the website. So make sure to go ahead and check this out here. But none of the information here, again, breaks down the actual launch date for the token. So as soon as we get that, again, I'll be providing you guys with a specific video. So make sure to go ahead and turn on those bell notifications. That way you're always updated or staying up to date as I release brand new videos. Again, they break down some of the benefits here, which include low transaction costs, quick settlement times, simplifying access to Web3 with their on and off ramp. Again, we've got the ability to buy and sell, convert, send and receive, and then off ramp into any fiat that they support in their 80 plus countries. Now, at the very bottom here, as I mentioned before, I do want to talk about whether or not USDA could actually be deployed on a separate blockchain, where it states here, yes, while USDA is initially issued on the Cardano blockchain through the Ansons platform, it will be designed with interoperability in mind. This means that Ansons is open for collaboration and partnerships, and they also basically encourage people to get in touch with them if they'd like to bring USDA into their own ecosystem. As I close out here, I want to talk about some of the existing stablecoins in Cardano, which of course include IUSD from Indigo, USDM from Moneta, as well as JED from the Cody team. Now, right now, as it stands, Cardano, and I'm just going to be frank, is struggling with stablecoins to say the least. Yes, there's been a battle back and forth about whether or not to adopt USDC and USDT, but just that entire process, in my personal opinion, will take years to happen. Just to get something like USDM took a really long time. I'm thinking about almost even a year and a half ago, where this team was working to become compliant and to begin actually issuing. I see USDT and USDC taking the same amount of time, if not even more, because of the scrutiny and just the size and the impact of such a stablecoin being adopted into Cardano. Now, I'm going to save some of my thoughts about USDC and USDT for a separate video. I want to focus on just the current state of liquidity on Cardano right now when it comes to stablecoins. So jumping back in here, we've got JED, which currently sits right now at a price of 2.78 ADA with a ratio, with a collateral ratio of 400%, which basically means that right now we cannot mint any additional JED. Now, the total circulating supply of JED in the ecosystem is currently set at $3 million. And very similarly, we've got USDM, which now has a reserve of $3.5 million. So both of those two stable coins combined giving us a total amount of liquidity of around $6 to $6.5 million. Now, taking a look here, we've also got IUSD coming in from the Indigo protocol, which right now boasts a market cap of $11.69 million, but about 6 million of that, or about half of that, is sitting in their liquidity pool, basically acting as insurance for the protocol. So just holistically, we've got about, I would say, $16 to $17 million worth of stable coins floating around in the ecosystem. And hopefully we can get more as USDA comes about, but then also as more liquidity provisioning does come about. Do keep in mind that Emergo did recently strike a partnership with GSR, a liquidity and market maker platform. So it's basically their job to provide liquidity to different assets. And you can definitely bet that if there's just more adoption of stablecoins and just trading of stablecoins, that would be, or that could be, one lucrative asset for a market maker to provide liquidity to, with little to no hassle and little to no worries about impacts based off of impermanent loss and things of that nature. So I believe that will do it here for today's video. A brief update, but an important one nonetheless. Wanted to bring some breaking news to your guys' attention here surrounding USDA and the Ansons team, in the fact that we've got a brand new platform called Encryptus, who will now be taking over the development and the actual launch and spearheading of USDA. If you guys appreciate content like this, I would appreciate you if you could smash that thumbs up. If it's your first time stopping by and you want more, consider subscribing. And last but not least, if you have any questions for me, make sure to leave a comment down below. That said, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.